We made it.
I know.
Yeah, ain't
And
no
a little
worries. Yeah.
small talk and everything.
Yeah, we made it. I want to introduce you first and foremost and put some respect on your name because, since the first day I got in here, your products are some of the most consistent ones here. You know what I mean? Even like the range of them as well. Yasmin, she the owner of Bari Boutique, right? She been talking you up, and I felt like it would just be in alignment to just say, look, the people who pour into us the most, yeah, and that who pour into the most is the people who I really want to bring in here because there's a mutual and aligned intention with what we're all doing. So I want to get to know you too. Absolutely. You did. Yeah. So introduce yourself, and then I have a few questions, and we're gonna just see how the conversation flows from there. Absolutely. My name is Shadira. I'm the owner of West 89 Modern Home Fragrance. I've been living in Philly my entire life, and I created West 89 during the pandemic as just a way to like kind of just practice self love to myself. I was very lonely during this pandemic, not being able to see family, and so it started as a hobby. And from there, it kind of grew. Started with 3 candles, and then just be practicing and learning. I learned to make incense, room sprays, potpourri, like whatever I can find to fragrance my home, and just kind of that's the finishing touch on it. You can clean your house, but feel like if it don't smell like nothing, it's not really lived in environment. So that's my goal is to do what I like to do in my house and to share with everyone else. And kind of like push that culture. So a lot of the candle names you'll find, they're very specific to something that is almost like if you know, you know. If you don't like the scent, but right, you're not a part of the club. Right. I love that. You just open up. So part of my learning style, I've been studying something that I've been creating called the cognitive blueprint, right? So it's just a blueprint on your cognition, just understanding how your mind works. Oftentimes, there's the conversation about what we think about. Yeah. And I've been studying how we think about things. Absolutely. Lately. And so the how on how I think about things is I'm a macro associative learner. I also have a sentinel leadership style, which means I need to know the why. Yes. Why are we doing this? Yeah. What it is and how it is important, but why are we doing this? And once you just said the why, I'm like, my ears perked up. Now I'm here. Okay. So my name's Terrence Harris. I'm a systems architect, a cultural architect as well. What that means is I go inside of businesses and I figure out how we can sustain what's keeping the business actually running, what's generating results, and where I specialize in creating that replicable experience is by creating a system or aligning the culture within your company or your brand or whatever's going on with the people who are using it, right? And so when you said the insider, the if you know, you know, that's my language, right? Is facilitating and you know bringing a greater impact for the what I would like to call the secret sauce to everything. Yes, and a lot of the inspiration comes from either a song. It might just be like a little tiny part of the lyric like Black is God. That I got that from a song. I heard it and the lyric is Black is God and it ain't no trend. And it's serious. And when I think of it, a lot of people find it to be more religious people like somewhat disrespectful. The G's not capitalized or it's just the fact that I'm saying like Black is God. But it to me being black is better than anything else. I don't care nothing about what you're talking about. It's the best thing. And that song is called The Wildings by Toby Nwigwe. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. And here Olu from Earth King. So I feel like Duckworth is the one who says like the Black is God lyric, but when you listen to the song, like it just why not be proud to be like black? And a lot of because there's so many candle companies and brands is like what can I find? I'm not reinventing the wheel, but what can I find to just make it unique from my perspective? When I started, because I only started with just a few candles, I had playlists with every candle to try to like evoke whatever feeling I wanted to feel when you burn the candle. But I've gotten away from that, and I really would like to get back to like pairing. Just a love language. It's just a creative love language. Love language. When you're setting up the vibe in your house, you're playing music, and you're more than likely are lighting a candle. So I hope, and so I wanted to try to like help make those go hand in hand. So I had
a group chat with, and it was like a couple of friends, and we were just sending songs back and forth with each other to like create those playlists. So it just wasn't like what I listened to. It might be from like a male's perspective, from somebody who's married, somebody who don't have kids, like just all different perspectives. And this is the vibe. And tell me what songs you feel like fit into that vibe, and then I'll figure out how to like play the and playlist and pass that on to like the people who purchased the Kindle. So definitely, it's definitely like a little club.
Yeah, I mean that sounds super intimate. To be honest, like that sounds like something I need to put into my date night list. Like, okay, like, we're gonna make a little playlist.
Yeah.
Get in some candles, right? That sounds like a vibe.
Yeah, it's art, a love language. I feel like you know, I tell you, I just thought about this the other day. When people like, oh yeah, I like making playlists, and then they send it to you, and it's like the same artist for 5 songs, and then the next is like another 5 songs, and then it's 17 hours long. It's nothing curated. It's just like 17 hours of just all of the songs that you can think of to put in this one section in.
I feel like that's so.
Put it on
I
shuffle.
can imagine.
It's lazy.
That's super lazy.
It's lazy. You know, when I'm making a playlist, it's like a specific emotion that I am trying to like get from making it. So if it's the candle, like It Girl Jane, that's like my little self-love to myself candle. That's one of these songs about loving yourself. Sentimental Mood, that's my candle that I made because Love Jones is my favorite like black romantic comedy. It's one of my favorite movies, but specifically it's like very unconventional, their love story, but at the end it comes together and it works. And so yeah, I made Sentimental Mood because I love Love Jones and I wanted something. And in the Sentimental Mood, the John Coltrane song is one of my favorite jazz songs, and he has roots here in Philly. So just like it's why not? It's all very very intentional. It's all intentional and all from Black culture.
You just taught me. You just helped me understand. I've always been like, what's the genius? What is the synergy or the signature that God always stamps on Black women? I was like, there's something about when y'all take an intention and really so into something that it literally becomes godly, right? It starts literally reflecting all of the intentions and all of the energies that we would recognize in God. You just help me understand what it is. Y'all take things and y'all really like things that people are aware of or might experience, and y'all really pour back into them, and y'all create a real life human connection with it. Because it's like you could know music, you could know, like Black culture, you could know, these terms and have all these sentiments, but the genius, when I've looked up the word genius, it's just somebody having an extraordinary ability in this space, right? So y'all take stuff that people do ordinarily, and y'all add extra highlight and quality to it. Yeah, y'all make it genius. That's genius. The way you just described that, because it's like I'm really big on products, and that's why we brought you in here, is because you have a product. You are able to not only experience your healing, you designed it. You architected it. And just like how I'm a systems or a cultural architect, you created a medium of how the architecture or the systems that we want to deploy in our people can be, accessed. So like you doing super high level things. So I ain't, I wanna affirm that because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?